For the July 2025 in-scale portion of the unboxing video, we're going to take a look at this Precision Masters Fruit Growers Express 40-foot ice-cooled reefer. This is a model of a metal ice-cooled reefer, so this is not the wood-sheathed reefer. The second review for the month of July 2025 in scale will be this Microtrains 33-foot twin bay hopper car, lettered for the mighty Southern Pacific Railroad. These will be your in-scale reviews for the month of July 2025. Well, hello all you wonderful people out there in YouTube land, and welcome to the Texas Special YouTube channel. As promised, we're going to take a look at this Precision Masters in-scale 40-foot steel ice-cooled reefer. And as you can see, it's got the original case and original packaging, and I was able to pick this guy up for a steal from Papa Benton's in Houston, Texas. Now you can also see that there's some extra trucks and wheels here. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but I mean, I'd be lying if I said I was worried about it. This car does, as it sits right now, have knuckle couplers, which is the main thing I worry about. It's got, looks like truck mounted Microtrains couplers. So to open this thing up, it's just like the regular jewel cases you have on the Microtrains products. You squeeze in the locking tab here, that disengages this locking tab from the lid, and you have the car sitting right here, and you just pull it out. Now you got to be mindful of this loose foam cradle here, which I am not sure if that is original from the factory or not. And you have a little instruction leaflet with the exploded parts diagram there as well. So we'll close up the case so we don't lose any of the I guess extra parts, and set it to the side. And this little car is actually kind of impressive. Well, it's very nicely detailed. So to start off with, let's zoom in. Well, let's see how close I can zoom in before my camera starts acting wonky. Okay, apparently 3.6 time magnification is the best we can do. So you can see there's actually some separately applied little ladders here and here. You've got fairly nice detailing on the trucks. My apologies on the lighting in here, but they do have friction bearing trucks. You have this nice little molded on and painted latch detailing on the door. All of the lettering is nicely done. All of the numbering is nicely done. All the road numbers are correct and match on both sides. All of the load and weight data is legible under magnification. You have the stirrup steps on each corner of the car. As you can see, you have a nicely done brakeman's walkway along the top of the car. It's not overly thick. It's still a little thick. It's not to scale, but again, this is in scale we're talking about. There's not a whole lot of air, margin for error as far as scale appearance versus durability of handling. So we look at the underside of this thing, and you see there's actually a fair amount of detail going on underneath here. You have the wooden planks individually, it's all one cast, but the frame and brake detailing is one cast, and the floor, the floorboards, the underside of the floorboards, the floor of the car itself is a separate part. So all of this is added on to the underside of the car. You have the brake valve, you have the air piston, you have the emergency and service reservoir, and you have some brake rigging and air lines modeled. You also have, of course, the frame and floor supports of the car there. You have a good shot of the truck mounted micro trains couplers, and a fair amount of detailing on the underside of this thing. So we'll look at the B end of the car, and that gives you just a little bit better shot of, like I said, the micro trains operating magnetic knuckle coupler. You have a waybill board here. You can see that the handbrake wheel is missing, regrettably, and you've got my apologies, I said it was separately applied. This is a molded on, a cast on full height ladder, and you have a little cast on brakeman's perch right here. The roof of this thing is just as nicely done. You have the individual roof panels accurately modeled, along with the ridges in between the separate panels of the roof, and of course, as I already alluded to, the brakeman's walkway along the top of the car.